Libra, it's January 27th, and here is your reading for today. Seven of Pentacles. This card screams patience and long-term planning. You've been investing time and energy into something important, and now's the moment to step back and assess. Don't rush results or abandon what's growing slowly beneath the surface. You might find yourself checking progress a little too often. Stop that. Trust the process and keep your focus on steady growth. Waiting isn't easy, especially when you want freedom and quick wins. But you knew this already. It's about balancing effort with time and not doubting your long-term vision. Justice reversed. Here's where the tension sharpens. This reversal is screaming imbalance and unfairness around you or within a situation you're entangled in. Maybe you're seeing bias or dishonesty sneak into decisions that affect your freedom. Don't ignore it. If you catch yourself justifying unfair actions or avoiding responsibility, stop. Own your role in the mess, even if it's uncomfortable. Facing the truth here is key. You can't build your freedom on shaky, biased ground. Seek fairness, but first, clean up your own bias. This card warns against perpetuating injustice by denial or avoidance. You have to act, not just hope things fix themselves. Ace of Pentacles. Wait, this is good news breaking through. Ace of Pentacles signals new beginnings in material matters, a fresh opportunity to manifest abundance. It's time to embrace a new project or investment that can anchor your freedom in something solid. Don't miss this window because of fear or hesitation. Start that plan. Open that door. It's about planting seeds for prosperity that will grow with patience, the Seven of Pentacles style. But don't just dive blindly. Invest wisely and keep your eyes on growth. The universe is handing you a chance to turn potential into real progress. Grab it, Libra. So overall, January 27th asks you to hold steady and evaluate your current investments of time and energy. Don't let impatience or injustice cloud your judgment. Face any unfairness head-on, own your part, and clear the path for new opportunities. The tension between wanting freedom and fearing its cost is real, but you're being shown that true freedom comes with responsibility and patience. The seeds you plant now with care and integrity will set the foundation for lasting abundance. Don't lie to yourself about shortcuts or quick fixes. This day is about steady growth, fairness, and new beginnings that bring real, grounded freedom. Queen of Swords steps into your January 27th story with sharp clarity and intellectual strength. I'm seeing you cut through foggy situations. No more guessing games or second guessing. You knew this already. It's about speaking your truth and setting firm boundaries. The Queen demands you analyze what's real and what's smoke and mirrors. Don't sugarcoat. If something feels off, call it out. This card pushes you to be independent in thought and action. You've been patient, waiting on the Seven of Pentacles, and now it's time to sharpen your judgment. Evaluate what's ripe for harvest and what's just noise. Hold on. This isn't about cold detachment. The Queen warns against losing touch with your emotional core, but she won't let you hide behind feelings either. Use wisdom like a sword, slicing through confusion to find clarity. Remember justice, reversed from before? That imbalance, that unfairness you faced? The Queen of Swords is your antidote. She's urging you to confront bias head-on. Don't ignore those moments when fairness slips away or accountability is dodged. You need to speak up, no excuses. Queen of Swords says your voice matters, even if it's uncomfortable. I see you asserting boundaries where before you might have stayed silent. That's growth. It's not just about calling out injustice in others, but also taking responsibility for your part. No more justifying unfair actions or burying your head in the sand. This is active fairness, putting your cards on the table with integrity. Ace of Pentacles showed up as a fresh opportunity, this new beginning in material matters. Queen of Swords clarity is crucial here. You can't just stumble into abundance blindly. You have to analyze the opportunity, cut through hype, and invest wisely. Don't miss what's real because you're distracted by shiny distractions or wishful thinking. The Queen pushes you to plan carefully, like you did with the Seven of Pentacles. This is about smart growth, not impulsive leaps. Your patience from before meets sharp insight now. It's like your brain and your long game finally sync up. You're ready to act with wisdom, not just hope. Don't lie to yourself about what's fair or what you deserve. The Queen of Swords demands integrity. She's not here to soften the blow, but to help you see clearly so you can act decisively. Think back to those moments when you hesitated to speak or doubted your own judgment. She's telling you to cut through that. It's time to be honest with yourself and others. You're learning to balance intellect with feeling, strength with compassion, and truth with fairness. This chapter is about owning your voice and using it to carve out your path. So Libra, you're no longer just waiting for results like with Seven of Pentacles. You're stepping into a role where you analyze and communicate your truth with precision. Justice, reversed, warned you about imbalance. Queen of Swords now gives you the tools to fix it. And Ace of Pentacles beckons you forward, but only if you bring your clear mind and sharp boundaries to the table. This isn't about rushing or avoiding complexity. It's about cutting through the noise and planting the seeds of your next real success. Be patient, but be sharp. The power's in your words and your clear vision. Use them. Eight of Cups lands here, Libra, and it's all about walking away. You're staring at what no longer fits, what's stale or downright toxic. Eight of Cups demands action. Get up, leave that old habit behind, step away from situations that drain you. I see you wrestling with the pull of comfort zones, but Eight of Cups won't let you cling. You're being called to seek something deeper, something real, beyond the familiar. Think about that moment when you just stopped answering texts or quit showing up to places that no longer felt right. That's the energy. It's not a loss, it's a transition. And yes, it's scary. But you knew this already. Staying stuck is worse. Hold on, I'm seeing this ties back to the earlier justice, reversed. You felt the sting of unfairness, the imbalance that leaves you questioning your role or your worth. Maybe you justified sticking around, hoping things would shift. But no, now it's clearer. You can't fix what's broken by waiting or by half measures. The Eight of Cups pushes you to stop justifying, to stop just enduring. It's about releasing that weight, even if it means walking into uncertainty. You're trading denial for honesty. You're choosing growth over comfort. This walkaway moment also knits tightly with the Seven of Pentacles energy that's been hanging around. You've put in work, careful, patient, long-term effort. But Eight of Cups says, don't confuse persistence with stubbornness. Some projects, relationships, or mindsets don't repay you. It's not about rushing to quit, no. It's about assessing if your investment still makes sense. If the harvest won't come, it's time to leave the field fallow and find richer soil. Don't abandon your goals, but don't cling to dead branches either. You're not wasting your time. You're reallocating your energy where it will grow. And remember the Queen of Swords? She's your mindset here. Use her razor-sharp clarity to cut through emotional fog. Don't sugarcoat why you're leaving. Speak your truth, even if it's hard. Set those boundaries firmly. Eight of Cups and Queen of Swords together say, no more hiding behind what-ifs or maybe someday. You see the facts. You know what's fair. You're ready to walk away with your head held high, not out of anger, but out of wisdom. It's a clean, clear exit. But wait, I'm catching a whisper of the Ace of Pentacles in the background. The new beginning is right there, waiting on the other side of the walk. This departure isn't an end. It's the first step toward fresh opportunities, new investments in yourself and your future. The universe is handing you a seed. You just have to take your hands out of the dirt you're leaving behind to plant it. And you will. You're ready. Don't miss this chance by clinging to past failures or unfair situations. So, Libra, conflict here looks like a crucial crossroads. Old patterns pop up, tempting you to stay stuck, to rationalize unfairness and delay change. But Eight of Cups says no. Time to move on, seek better ground, embrace the unknown. You're walking away not because you're weak, but because you're wise. You're clearing space for the new beginnings whispered by the Ace of Pentacles. Keep the Queen of Swords clarity sharp. Let the Seven of Pentacles patience guide you, not to wait forever, but to know exactly when to let go. You're not lost. You're choosing your path. Just take the first step. The world pops up here like a big neon sign flashing completion and fulfillment. I'm seeing you, Libra, at a pivotal moment where the pieces finally click. You've been through the grind with patience, clarity, and tough departures. Now the world demands you celebrate that you made it. This card's about closing a chapter fully, not just half-heartedly leaving things unfinished. So don't skim over your wins or shrink back from owning your journey. Take the time to really acknowledge all that growth. Look back and see how far you've come. That's the action here. Pause to recognize your achievements, reflect on lessons, and let yourself feel that sense of wholeness. It's the moment to stop and say, yeah, I did that. Wait, the world isn't just about endings, it's also a launch pad. After you celebrate, you're invited to embrace the new cycle opening up. The world whispers, don't fear fresh starts. You've integrated the past, you're whole enough now to begin again with confidence. It's like you've mastered the game level, so the next one awaits. The challenge is not to get stuck basking in success or fearing the unknown ahead. Move with that knowing that completion births new opportunities. Your energy shifts from holding on to what was to stepping forward with purpose. The world asks for that deliberate action, closing doors fully, then opening new ones wide. I'm thinking about your earlier moves, Libra. You assessed patiently with the Seven of Pentacles, cut through confusion with the Queen of Swords, and walked away from what no longer served via the Eight of Cups. The world is the natural next step. You're not just drifting, you're intentionally integrating those lessons. Don't lie to yourself by pretending it's easy. This kind of full circle moment demands honesty and courage. It means facing any leftover imbalances you ignored before. Remember that justice reversed? You owe it to yourself to address those shadows so they don't trip you up going forward. The world says, be accountable, own your story, even the messy parts. Here's a behavioral anchor you can't skip. Celebrate a milestone. It could be as simple as journaling your journey or as bold as telling someone your truth about how far you've come. Don't rush past this step. You're not done with patience yet. This card also urges you to consciously plan your next move, like you did with the Seven of Pentacles. Use that long-term vision to map out what your next cycle looks like. The world rewards that kind of grounded manifestation. Don't let fear of new beginnings hold you back now. This is your moment to step fully into a new phase with confidence. You've earned it. You're ready to manifest abundance, to start fresh like the Ace of Pentacles promises, but with the wisdom of completion the world brings. Trust that your foundation is solid. The path ahead isn't a mystery anymore. It's a new journey waiting for your bold step. So, Libra, the world is calling you to action. Finish what you started with integrity, celebrate the fullness of your growth, and then leap into the next chapter without hesitation. You knew this already deep down. Now it's time to live it out loud. The Emperor reversed. Okay, Libra, This card is shouting a loss of control and rigidity right now. I'm seeing you trying to hold on too tight, maybe micromanaging every detail, refusing to bend even when the situation clearly calls for flexibility. It's obvious the stubbornness is blocking progress. It's like you're locked in a power struggle with yourself or others, insisting on rules that don't fit anymore. Don't lie to yourself about needing to dominate every outcome. It's chaos disguised as order. Actually, no, it's the chaos that comes from over-control. You're exhausted from trying to force things to go your way. Hold on, this isn't about giving up your power, but about loosening the grip so new growth can happen. The Emperor reversed asks you to adapt. Stop enforcing rigid rules and start listening. Maybe you've been ignoring others' input or feedback, thinking you know best, but that's just feeding frustration and imbalance. Letting go here doesn't mean failure. It means you're ready to welcome change, to invite collaboration instead of isolation. If you keep pushing the same old way, you'll find yourself stuck in a loop, repeating mistakes. Step back, breathe, and try a new approach. This card is a wake-up call. Control isn't about dominance, it's about discipline with room to grow. Building on your journey so far, this is the turning point where the clarity you gained with the Queen of Swords meets the need to release what no longer serves, like you started exploring with the Eight of Cups. You've assessed your investments with patience in the Seven of Pentacles and celebrated your wins in the world. Now it's time to stop tightening the reins and start moving with the flow. The Emperor reversed highlights the tension between wanting order and facing the unpredictable. You might resist this, but deep down you know that rigid control has been a cage, not a fortress. Look, this chapter isn't about abandoning structure altogether. It's about recognizing when your current system is broken and having the courage to rebuild with flexibility. It's okay to admit you don't have all the answers. In fact, admitting that opens the door to fairness and balance, which you've been striving for since Justice Reversed warned about bias and imbalance. The Emperor Reversed is the personal side of that imbalance. How you manage your inner authority affects everything else. If you refuse to adapt, you risk repeating injustices, not just with others, but within yourself. So, practically speaking, where do you start? Stop micromanaging every project or relationship. Delegate or share responsibilities. Listen to feedback without defensiveness. Let go of the need to control outcomes perfectly. Watch for stubborn patterns, like insisting on one way to do things just because it worked before. That's the pitfall here. Instead, experiment with new methods, even if they feel uncomfortable. This card challenges you to embrace imperfection and uncertainty as part of your growth. You're at a crossroads where patience and clarity meet flexibility. The Emperor, reversed, is the final piece telling you to stop fighting the current and start steering your ship with a lighter hand. Yes, keep your boundaries firm, like the Queen of Swords taught you, but don't let them become chains. This is about balance, discipline without rigidity. When you shift here, you'll unlock new possibilities, maybe even the Ace of Pentacles waiting just beyond the horizon. The seeds you planted with patience can finally sprout if you loosen your grip and allow change in. Don't fear the unknown. The Emperor Reversed says that trying to control everything is the real chaos. You're stronger than you think, but strength doesn't mean inflexibility. It means adapting with integrity and wisdom. So, step back, breathe, and open up. The next chapter is yours to shape, but only if you stop trying to force it and start letting it flow. That's the power move now. All right, Libra, here we are at the finale. The Seven of Pentacles is back, reminding you of that patient grind you've been running all along. You've been checking your progress, weighing your investments, literal or not, waiting for growth to show up. Remember when that reckless energy you're trying to justify kept testing your patience? Well, it still is. But now you've got to tie that to everything else you've learned. You can't rush results or bail early just because the payoff isn't instant. No, it's about integrating your long-term vision with the clarity you wield like a blade. Speaking of clarity, like when clarity felt uncomfortable, the Queen of Swords cuts through any fog left in your mind. I'm seeing how you've been urged to speak your truth, set boundaries, and not sugarcoat what's real, even if it's uncomfortable. You knew that already, but now you've got to wield that wisdom with full force. Don't detach so hard you turn cold. Instead, use that sharp perception to slice through any illusions holding you back. This card demands you maintain your independence, but also stay honest with yourself about where you've been stuck. Now, the Eight of Cups steps in like a nudge you can't ignore anymore. You've been sitting with that urge to walk away from habits, people, or situations that no longer serve you. It's not just about leaving, it's about following a deeper calling. That moment you wanted to look away? Don't lie to yourself here. The fear of the unknown is real, but clinging to what's comfortable only prolongs the struggle. This card says, pack up what's useful, leave the rest, and seek what feeds your soul's growth. That's where your real freedom lies. The World card is your victory lap. Look how far you've come. Completion, wholeness, integration, all wrapped up in one powerful moment. Celebrate your achievements, Libra. Reflect on the journey that shaped you. But watch out, don't let success make you complacent. The world is about closing one chapter and welcoming the next with open arms. It's the bridge that connects your past efforts to a fresh start. Own that transition. You're ready. Now, hold on. The Emperor, reversed, brings a challenge you've been wrestling with. Control versus chaos. You might have tried to micromanage every detail or enforce rigid rules to keep things safe. But that only breeds stubbornness and chaos beneath the surface. This reversal is saying, loosen your grip, adapt, embrace flexibility, and let others in. The strength you need isn't domination, it's collaboration and openness. Stop resisting change. That rigidity is blocking the progress you crave. Justice reversed shows where imbalance has lurked. Maybe you've justified unfair situations or avoided owning your side of the story. That bias and dishonesty, internal or external, have skewed your path. It's time to take responsibility. Face the inequities head-on. Seek fairness, not just for others, but within yourself. This card flips the script by demanding accountability. Don't sweep injustice under the rug. The freedom you want depends on restoring balance in your life. Finally, the Ace of Pentacles shines like a fresh seed planted in fertile soil. This is your new beginning, your opportunity for real, tangible growth. Manifest abundance by investing wisely, whether that's time, energy, or resources. Don't miss this chance by hesitating or doubting your worth. Ace of Pentacles is a call to action. Start that project, embrace that offer, build your foundation. The work you've been avoiding, the tough stuff about letting go, owning your truth, loosening control, and balancing justice, that is the very work that sets you free. No shortcuts here. Put it all together. Patience with clear boundaries, walking away from what no longer fits, celebrating completion without complacency, releasing control, owning fairness, and embracing new opportunities. The final message? You've been circling around your shadow work, Libra. Now it's time to integrate it with grounded action. The work you dodge? That's the key. Face it. Do it. It's not just about growth, it's about freedom. You've got this. Okay, that's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like, subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.